Dobro večer. Yay! Dobro večer, Divine Pisces 222. It is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. I am going to go ahead and do an energy check-in for today for our twin flames, soulmates, even just inner union, guys. Of course, that's what I focus on mainly, is inner union. Also am going to start working on my online program. Hope to have that out by 8/8. I am going to be focusing on inner union with that, guys. How to overcome fear of rejection, fear of failure, and, you know, basically any of the roadblocks that kind of come in on this journey. I'm going to be focusing on those things, and I'm really excited about it. Really excited to get started on it. Also, a couple of other things, guys. I really want to do a live weekly chat. I've been exploring the possibility of doing this on Throne. I don't know if you guys know what Throne is, but I would love to be able to host something like that weekly, where you guys can connect with me and connect with others to basically ask questions, get some advice, and just in general have a discussion. Just talk about some stuff live as opposed to just through the forum. Although the forum is an excellent tool. If you haven't checked out the forum yet, please do. DivinePisces222.com/forum. It's free to sign up, and you can connect with others who are on this path. A lot of conflicting energies coming in right now with this full moon tomorrow in Sagittarius. It is a full moon. It's a super moon. And a lot of anxiety coming in with it, guys. A lot of fear. A lot of deflection I'm feeling. Okay, and it's like, basically this moon is highlighting to a lot of us the programming that we have become so comfortable with, and the things that we have embraced, and the things that we have accepted as true. They're being highlighted to us now that these things are actually not true, that they are not what we think they are. And there are a lot of people out there that are so attached to these illusions that they are absolutely terrified to release them. So, like, for example, you know, you are in an energy of self-love. You're in an energy of unity. You're in an energy of balance, right? Where you just don't let things affect you. And to a lot of people who are still stuck in the ego, this does come off as arrogance, and it's not. It's not. But what happens is this triggers people, okay? This triggers those people, and it makes them want to tear you down, even if they don't know you, you know? It's actually harder when they do know you. When somebody doesn't know you and they're trying to take you off your high horse, so to speak, it's a lot easier to just kind of let it go. But when it's family that's coming in and is doing this to you, it's very difficult. And this is what I mean by conflicting energies. So I know some of you are being faced with this right now. Especially in the family. Just, you know, take it day by day, but just remember, just because they're your family doesn't make them necessarily any different than people who don't know you. And a lot of times the people who are closest to us think they have a license to keep you from being in the self-love energy, because, you know, they do know you, or you know, for example, if it's your family, they raised you and they, you know, instilled in you the programming that you're actually trying to release from, okay? So it's hard, but it is doable, all right? So overall energies here, we have Pluto, Venus, and Mars. So I do feel a lot of you, and this is a 2-2, a lot of you are feeling right now very connected to Source and very connected to your subconscious right now. Okay, some of you are getting some visions, you're getting signs, you're getting, you know, literally all of the signs are pointing to yes here, but also all of the signs are pointing to love. Now, bringing love into a situation where you feel triggered can be incredibly difficult, again, especially if you're dealing with family, or if you're dealing with your counterpart, or, you know, what have you. It's very difficult to do that, okay? So again, I feel like right now a lot of defenses are up, a lot of triggers happening out there, and the easiest thing to do is to put that defense up, right? To put that deflection mode up, okay? But when we bring love into the situation, we know we don't need to do that, okay? We are divinely guided, we are divinely protected, and nothing is going to steer us from moving forward, okay? Learning to release and learning to let go is one of the hardest things to do, okay? Because we are programmed, again, that programming coming in, to control, right? To have control. But we have to understand we don't have control over everything. The only thing we have control of is self, right? But we also have some conflict coming in here as well. Some sexual energy coming in as well, which is also motivation, okay, movement, wanting to move forward. Again, a lot of us being triggered by this moon coming in, wanting to move away from some of the situations that have kept us in lack or self-sabotage. And some of you, this just has to do with your self-sabotaging thoughts that have been coming in. This is the cycle that you're trying to break, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start here. I usually start with the masculine, but today I'm actually going to start with the feminine because I'm feeling drawn to. I feel a lot going on with feminine here, especially energetically, and I know feminine was in a really good movement-oriented energy here the last couple of readings that I've done. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, let's go get that card. Un momento. Okay. Yeah, transformate big time. Okay, yeah. So again, I know a lot of feminines right now feeling very, very connected, okay, to source, and that's where their wisdom is coming from. That's where the wisdom card is so important here. But very, very connected to understanding where their actual salvation comes from, and knowing that it actually does come from source, and it comes from within, and it doesn't come from the outside things, like the material things, or from the counterpart, or from whatever it is, right? But knowing that it does come from within, and it comes from source altogether, okay? So I do feel a very powerful transformation happening with feminine. I feel a lot of feminines releasing that codependency aspect on other people to make them happy, okay? Whether that's your family, your counterpart, whatever, or a job, doesn't matter, okay? And that being said, it's a very strong collective push into this transformation. And I really feel like feminine is taking into account the things that she's seeing, maybe even more so than she did before. Like, I really feel like you're manifesting really quickly right now, feminine, so be very careful with your thoughts, okay? And you have this highlighted here with the purple and the pink, all right? So that's obviously your third eye and your crown chakra. And then you have the orange here with the sacral, which is your motivation. And then you also have your green here with the heart chakra. So I just feel right now like a lot of you are really trying to get back into that balance where you were feeling really good about yourself. You had your self-confidence. Something happened to knock you down. And I feel like some of you, this had to do maybe with your counterpart returning, okay? Some of you, this did have to do with a family thing. There's some sort of, still some familial karma that's playing out right now with feminine, okay? So let's dig a little bit deeper and see what we got here. So 9 of fire, yeah. Feminine a little triggered right now. A little triggered. But I feel like it's a good, obviously no bad triggers, but I feel like it's actually a good trigger. I feel like feminine is, oh gosh, wow. Okay, so you have 9 of air in reverse. Okay, so 9 and 9. Yeah, closing out that cycle. Some of you just recently were triggered by something, and it's made you aware that this is the same trigger that's happened before. Okay? And you're like, huh. All right, so this is why I'm being triggered here. This is why, yeah, temptation in reverse. Yep. Okay, so some of you, yes, you were actually very tempted to be triggered lately. Look at all this fire here, okay? Very tempted to be triggered by something that came in. Again, it could have been your counterpart. It could have been something that's happening in a family situation, so take it as it resonates. But I feel like feminine is refusing to let her thoughts take over at this time, which is good. Okay, so this is actually... a bit of a transformation within itself here. This is actually a really good step forward, feminine. I feel like just feminine is like, no, I'm not going to let my thoughts take over what's going on here. I'm not going to let my thoughts take me down a negative spiral. You know, yeah, sure, maybe I was knocked off my high horse. Maybe something, you know, that I thought was true is now not true. My foundation is a little shaken right now, right? But I understand this is actually a beacon for me. This is a sign for me that I need to move forward, right? And I'm not going to be tempted to get back into my head because of whatever this is, right? I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to release the negativity that came in with this. I'm not going to focus so much on the external. I'm going to just move forward and know that where I'm going is the right way to go. Okay, and that's what's going to move you forward, feminine, is getting out of that headspace. And I know it's really, really easy to want to sit there and overthink. And it's like, what did I do wrong? Why are people treating me this way? Whatever the thoughts may be, right? That's what leads you down that negative spiral. That's what leads you down that road of self-sabotage. Okay, maybe... I don't know. I'm getting somebody here in the collective has embarked on something, whether I feel movement. I feel movement. Somebody has either recently moved or has maybe explored the possibility of moving, and this could be a job related thing. And there are some doubts that have been coming in, or somebody maybe came in and was like, no, that's not what you should do, or something of that nature. Or even... You know, I almost feel like some of you, this is actually your counterpart, and you are afraid to move forward because you're afraid of what your counterpart is going to do. That's interesting. So don't be tempted by that, guys. You have to, if you're being called to move forward and do something, do it, okay? You're already seeing the signs. You're already seeing the signs that you know you need to do that. So don't be tempted to hold yourself back for anybody, okay? It doesn't matter who it is, okay? But the Six of Fire here with the imagery here, it's a, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a ship with a balloon attached to it, and it's movement. It's movement, okay? Being divinely guided away from the temptation. Temptation is in reverse, okay? So yeah, feminine, you're moving in the right direction, okay? Don't hold yourself back for anybody else, okay? And don't let anybody ever tell you that what you deserve or what you want is not what you deserve, or that you don't deserve what you want, okay? That is okay to put up your boundaries and say no. I deserve all the happiness in the world, okay? So let's take a look at masculine. So wisdom coming in with masculine as well. Very connected to source right now. Very connected to source. I feel a lot of confusion coming in with masculine too, because source is also guiding masculine to move. Okay, now I know I've been picking up quite a bit on masculine and his karmic situation here as of late. Again, there's a lot of masculines that are in some karmic situations that have been incredibly toxic. Okay, and the triggering that's happening in these situations, like masculine's just done with it, okay? And they've been done with it, okay? A lot of them are searching for answers, okay? And they are turning to source for these answers, and source is answering them. Source is answering masculine right now, okay? Source is coming in and showing them you can be free. You can be free, masculine, okay? All you have to do is embrace your gifts, embrace the path, embrace the fact that You are not your allegiances, masculine. You are not your programming, okay? But freedom comes from within first, okay? And freedom is innate. You're either free or you're not. You can't have it in moderation either. But freedom is innate. It comes from within, okay? So masculine, put your big boy pants on or big girl panties, I don't care, whatever, okay? And listen to what Source is trying to tell you right now. Okay, it may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear in order to make this happen. All right, take that leap of faith, masculine. Take that leap of faith. It's right there in front of you. Once you leap, the net will appear. All right. So let's take a deeper look at masculine here. Yeah. Yeah. Masculine's still stuck a little bit in a karmic cycle. So again, this could be a karmic partner. It could be, again, the original karmic, which is family usually. Could be a job situation, okay? But, oh goodness, Three of Wands, yep. Being triggered to move forward here. And Three of Emotions in reverse. Interesting. I'm actually going to take that one. That one's, yeah, and that one. Okay. Yeah. So masculine, it's really conflicting. It's really conflicting here because it's like masculine is motivated. Masculine's very, very motivated right now. It's like just a matter of time before he just goes. Okay. And again, that sexual energy coming in at the beginning of the reading really is very innate here. We got a lot of fire going on in both of these readings, for the feminine and the masculine here. Okay, a lot of fire. And I just feel like, you know, masculine again is being guided to kind of move away from this third party situation. Whatever this third party situation is, again, could be a partner, could be family, could be whatever. All right. He's being urged to just release the emotional attachment, because I do feel a lot of masculines, they won't come out and say this, but they're very emotionally attached to these situations. And some of it does have to do with emotional manipulation. There might be a person that is pulling those strings, pulling the heartstrings, being like, no, you can't go. If you go, this will happen, so on and so forth. You'll tear me apart, you'll hurt me, so on and so forth. Believe it or not, masculine doesn't want to be the bad guy. Masculine does not want to be the bad guy, okay? I think there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to masculine and their motivations, okay? And I can talk about that a little bit later, but I just really feel like sometimes masculine is painted as the bad guy, but in reality, they are trying to be good people, all right? And I find it interesting here that we've got the Six of Wands in reverse for the masculine side here in the same position that we had the Six of Wands in the upright for feminine. So what is this? Mirroring, right? So masculine is like, okay, I know I need to move. I know I need to get out of this cycle. And I'm motivated to do that. All right, but there's something that's holding me here. Okay, and look at all of these circles, guys. This is cycle. Cycle, 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 cycle. This just reeks of cycle. Okay, so this new moon, this full moon that's coming in right now is really highlighting to masculine the absolute juxtaposition of the situation that he's in right now. And it's actually very hurtful for masculine, because masculine for the longest time believed that whatever situation he's in right now, this was the end all be all. Like, he was working so hard to make this situation work, and nothing he has done has made it work. Nothing. Okay? It's still, you know, a conflict. It's still a third party situation, and nothing he has done emotionally, mentally, whatever, has changed that situation. So what is the resolution, masculine? What is it? Go. You've got to go. Again, with that freedom coming in here, and masculine wants that so bad. Masculine wants freedom. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Wants freedom. That's it. That's what he wants. Okay. So, you know, when we talk about the runner-chaser dynamic, Why does masculine run? He's afraid that he's going to lose his freedom. In reality, probably didn't have freedom to begin with in the situation he was in, but, you know, I digress. So actually very emotional reading today. I'm actually kind of getting a little bit emotional here, and I'm going to take a look at the connecting energies and see what's going on with that. Another 2-2 coming in here. So wisdom, that actually came up for the feminine side too. And I love the depiction of this because if you can see, it's actually she's standing on a pile of books that she reached by ladder, which is also on a boat. So very, very precarious to balance that, right? And reaching here for the moon, okay? But the moon is half. It's half full, right? So you have the shadow side showing up. So which one is she reaching for? Okay, well, what this shows us here is it's really she's really reaching for truth. Okay, doesn't want to be on that boat anymore. Doesn't want to feel unstable. Right, wants to take the knowledge that she's learned and actually move forward in her truth and knowing her truth and knowing what it is. So what does that say about the collective or the connecting energies here? Guys, the truth is here. The truth is here. Some of you, the connection, like some of you have been in separation for a really long time. I'm going to talk to the ones who are in separation right now. You've been in separation for a really long time. You've already released it. You've started moving on, right? Finding your place in the world, so to speak, right? And your place on the journey, right? And there's this shadow aspect that keeps coming in here. And some of you, your counterpart has returned and it's really thrown you for a loop. You're not really quite sure if you're ready to accept union. Okay? But it's here. It's here, guys. Those of you who are already in union, or you are together with your counterpart, or at least in regular communication, part of your healing is happening with each other right now. So some of you, like, you know, with the masculine coming in saying he wants to escape and something like that, there is something that's triggering him within your connection right now. Him, she, whatever. Okay, is triggering them in your connection right now. It's not you though. It's not you. There's some underlying issue that's coming in, and again, a lot of it just comes down to that programming that we are all taught from a very early age, and masculine needs to shed that, and he's having a really hard time doing that. Okay, maybe union doesn't look like what he thought either. Okay, so feminine, some of you are feeling like, you know, those of you who are in this situation where you're with your counterpart, you're losing faith because you're like, well, this doesn't look like what I thought it would either. You know, I thought it'd be all happy-go-lucky and yada yada. No, you still have lessons to learn with each other. Okay, so appreciate that. Take pleasure in the journey, guys. Take pleasure in the journey and understand that it's all a learning curve. There is no failure. There is only lessons. Okay, some of you, maybe you're going to go through another separation. Some of you, you know, it might not be long-lived either. Okay, it might not be long-lived. So don't take it personally. We're all learning. We're all learning on this journey, guys. So connecting energy is a little bit deeper here. King of Wands. So sexual energy coming in again, motivation, wanting to be in control of one's own actions. Page of Swords in reverse. So again, some of you got communication that you didn't want. So again, some of you got some sort of message or some sort of sign maybe that kind of threw you off, or maybe it was something you didn't want to hear, or something like that that's coming in here having to do with your abundance. Okay, I really do feel though this is just drama right here. This is drama. Some of you have people in Seers, and I said this a while ago, some of you have people in your lives right now that are trying to steer you from your path. They don't want you to walk this path. They don't want you on your high horse. They don't want you to do any of that. They want you to stay with them in this miserable karmic cycle because they feed on you. They're feeding on your energy, guys. But as far as the connection goes, I just feel like a breakdown of communication in some of you. I'm going to talk to the ones in union right now or together with the counterparts. There is a breakdown of communication happening right now. Okay? One or both of you are very disconnected from each other. It's like you're trying to connect to source, but you're not connecting to each other for some reason. Okay? And it's like it's like, again, this programming that the abundance doesn't look like what you thought it was going to look like, right? But you've been working so hard. So it's like, why can't you get out of this Three of Swords energy? Some of you are still feeling this heartbreak for some reason. Okay, and you're feeling very trapped by it. And that's really where you want to escape from. Okay, it's not your counterpart. Okay, some of you, again, you got some breakdown of communication just happening right now, and it is bringing in this heartbreak energy. Okay, Tower, I definitely feel a tower coming in these connections. Some of you, again, your counterpart came back, and it really was not what you thought it was going to be. Some of you did get communication maybe, and it wasn't, again, expectations, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. Okay, but I just feel like in general, like, abundance is happening. Like, transformations are happening in these connections right now. Look, I mean, this is source right here, right? And she's reaching for this one. Yes, I'm going this way. Okay? I'm leaving all the 3D behind. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to follow my spiritual path. I'm going to release the karmic cycles. So that's what's happening right now. In these connections is we're in the middle of releasing karmic cycles. And this, of course, has to happen with a trigger, usually. Usually does happen after a trigger. Okay? So you just need to keep working. See how she's holding like a candle right here? This little light of mine. You know, she is the light, and she knows that. She's going to keep working. She's going to keep working. The significance here of the moon phases, I think, is really interesting too. Okay, because you have, it's like went from darkness to light and back to darkness here, and now we're in this Three of Swords. Okay, heartbreak doesn't need to happen, guys. It doesn't. Don't take it personally. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to do... I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit with the messages. I'm going to do kind of like, see, more of like a... I've been getting this a lot with the conversations. It's like masculine will say something and then feminine will say something. So I'm going to do masculine first. I'm seeing you in my dreams. So again, some of you are getting astral communication, okay? I'm not giving up. Messages and signs are everywhere. You. And I don't want to lose you. You can't. We're always connected, masculine. And I'm working on it. Okay. Alright, so let's see what feminine has to say. Alright, seeing you in my dreams. I love you. Of course. Makes me happy to see you heal. So that's a response to I'm not giving up. Oh, hey. I'm sorry I criticized you. So again, breakdown of communication happening between masculine and feminine right now. I don't want to lose you. I'm with our ancestors. That's interesting. Some of you may have a counterpart who passed over, but this is also highlighting that ancestral karma that's coming in. I'm working on it, and I see things differently now. So again, feminine in transition phase, and that came up in her end of the reading as well. So feminine, you're also just learning to change your perspective and learning to, it's like you see what you get, right, with a third eye, and that's how you manifest. You get what you see. Okay? If you see truth, if you see what you want, you manifest that. You use your third eye. That's how that works. Okay? Alright, let's get some messages from Source. Alright. See what Source has to say about all this in closing. This and that are true. Thank you, Source. So again, guys, what you see is what you get, okay? Acting in integrity, acting in truth, you're always going to get truth back, okay? A lot of times that truth comes out as deflection because somebody doesn't want to see their truth. Take a time out. Yes, some of you do need to. Some of you just need to take some time for yourself right now. Time for beginner mind. And dream the world into being. So again, manifestation happening right now, guys. Be very careful with your thoughts. Make sure you're not manifesting the things you don't want. Okay. But time for beginner mind to me is really kind of like that new beginning energy coming in here. The new beginning energy is kind of like, oh yay, it's something new, it's something fun. Like I manifested this. Keep that energy of, that's what I'm looking for. When you're doing something and you're in that zone and you're feeling really good about it, okay? Don't lose that. Don't lose that, no matter what it is. Once you lose that, it becomes a chore. It's not fun anymore, okay? So contemplation, yeah. I feel, again, a lot of you are in your heads here. And I love this card because you have the masculine and the feminine here guided by Source. Okay? So both counterparts are in the head right now. Just try to get out of your head, okay? That's not going to help you. Yes, infinite blessings definitely coming. Abundance, right? So just be grateful and appreciate what you've learned. And I love that this is a child with a unicorn. It reminds me of my daughter. She loves unicorns. But it's really, again, kind of, and it's right here under beginner mind, keeping that childlike innocence, that childlike spirit about the things you're embarking on now, right? Keep your excitement. It's a good thing that's happening here. And be your best self always. Acting in integrity, okay? Be who you are. Okay, and if it offends somebody, so what? Right? That's not your problem. That's theirs. Okay? Alright, guys. Well, I really hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. I will be going live tomorrow with a special guest for the new moon. I'm sorry, I keep saying new moon. For the new full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. And we're going to be doing something really, really unique. I'm really excited about it. So please be on the lookout for when I'm going live. It will be sometime tomorrow, midday, Eastern Standard Time. And I will send a message through my community tab and Instagram before going live. So I hope you guys can join us. But yeah, like I said, I hope y'all have a good rest of your night. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.